Okay, so how super excited are you to be the winner of America's Got Talent, freshly crowned?
I still can't believe it. It happened like a couple hours ago. I feel like it's still so fresh. I'm still digesting it all, but I am just feeling immensely blessed right now.
Yeah. Not only have you been a tenacious performer, you tried the AGT stage when you were 10 in the very first season, then you take a break, and then now here you come back, and you come back not alone. And you went through this process as an expecting mother. So what was that like?
I always go back to God's timing because I had been bouncing back the idea for a few years, but it just didn't feel right. And then this year it felt like the perfect time. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to move forward with this. And then literally a couple of days later, I find out that I'm pregnant, and I'm like, what am I going to do? But I decided to just take a chance and, see what the Lord had in store for me. And when I hit that stage, Sophia gave me the golden buzzer, and this whole journey has been just so amazing and so unique and so beautiful. So I'm so grateful that I was able to do this in this way and hopefully inspire many women and many young people around the world.
Let's talk about your performance last night. Walk us through some of those moments.
Coming from season 1 when I was 10 years old to now, carrying my own child 20 years later on that stage, being in the finals, I was like, this is such an honor to share it with so many amazing talents and to be here and believing in myself again and seeing how far it took me. And then when Terry said my name, I was just in disbelief and I was sobbing and I was such a mess, but I was just like on cloud 9. It was so amazing. And I feel like I haven't completely digested it yet.
Tell us some of the challenges though of being an expected mom, having this child grow with you as you're growing yourself in your experience and your talent and ability, right? We saw you mature even more.
Yeah, it's been definitely a challenge. I would say this is the hardest thing I've ever had to do vocally and physically, mentally and emotionally. And I hope that this is a testimony to many moms around the world that you can do it and that you have the strength to do it and that it'll be such a beautiful story for you and your child.
And we're going to state the obvious. You have a baby in your belly, so your lung capacity as a performer is cut in half.
Every time I get off, like even if I get off this chair, I'm like out of breath. So I really don't know how the breath was coming out. I feel like she was kicking the notes out of me.
And maybe she was, right? Maybe she was. Okay. So what do you hope this means for your child, right? Because like you mentioned, what an incredible story. One day you'll be sharing this with her.
Yeah, I'm just so excited to look back on this when she's old enough and aware enough and to share with her, my story from being so young, 10 years old, and believing in myself and going through all of the struggles and pain and still persevering through it and taking home, the win 20 years later and with her in there and just showing her the strength of a woman that believes.
And Jessica, lastly, if someone's watching and they're considering auditioning for America's Got Talent, but maybe they're like, the timing's just not right and I have to do this or I'm just not sure, help them change that dialogue from not me to why not me.
You just have to find that little seed of faith, and it can be the smallest thing. I have been full of fear and full of doubt throughout my 20 years up until this point. And it was just that little bit of faith that I had in myself to keep pushing, to get back up and believe in myself. Of course, there's so many voices that tell you can't do it, but it's that still small voice that tells you can. And I say, just listen to it and keep pushing forward, and something beautiful is going to happen along the way. Thank you to everybody that has voted for me and supported me and shown me so much love online. I would not be here in this position, in this seat right now without that love and support. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Beautiful, just like you and that baby girl coming along. Jessica, thank you. Thank you so much for your time. We greatly appreciate it.
What's up? I'm Jessica Sanchez, the season 20 winner of AGT, and you're watching Idaho Today.